What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscriber die trying. You see the thumbnail. This is why Generation X stays single. Kevin Samuels done it again. He has another lady talking about, her experiences that are anecdotal because women said something back in the day, and all of her girlfriends have got together and they've all had talks about what men have done. And people don't realize this is like narrowcasting, like a word of mouth way of narrowcasting. If you don't know what narrowcasting means, it's basically putting out a message for a certain particular group. You know what I'm saying? Like when we talk about dog whistles and that type of thing, that's what that is. So when you hear references, of folks in Gen X like myself, a lot of these things don't make sense. Tell you why. Men in the 50s and 60s were abusing women financially, verbally, and physically. Gen X women turn around and have this affinity for dating gangsters and drug dealers. And then get a little older and say, I can't find a guy on my level. And then say, where are the good men? Because my girlfriend's experience was this, and this. Not taking into consideration your girlfriend was attracted to somebody who fits the mold of a womanizer, of an abuser, of a cheater, right? So it's kind of weird to, and then take this back. Let me add something to that. And then when you're looking for a good man, you're looking for a good man like the men were back in the day that women were being abused financially, verbally, and physically. This is why Generation X stays single, because a lot of people are talking a lot about theoretical relationships that weren't really in their household. My grandmama, my auntie, blah, blah, blah. See, I've talked about this before. Baby boomers and the silent generation women, they don't like Generation X women. See, this idea, and this is why they stay single, because the Generation X women didn't like, quote unquote, with the silent generation and the baby boomers, they didn't like their relationship dynamic because, they were teen mama. But the thing about baby boomers and silent generation people, they were way more honest. They would say what they did also. See, nobody talks about what's basically happening is Gen X women got a battery put in their back by their feelings, and they became the actual, quote unquote, men that were abusive and financially and verbally and physically, that they said that their mothers and grandmothers were dealing with. And their excuse was because back in the day, I remember they said blah, 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 blah. You don't remember back in the day your mothers and grandmothers throwing knives at men and hitting men with pots and pans and getting in arguments. You don't remember that part. You know what I'm saying? You don't remember, that how can I say, people did get pregnant by other men. You don't remember that part. And you don't remember the part where that's really not your daddy. Your daddy really such and such. You don't remember that part. So, but it plays into these movies. Oh, I saw The Color Purple. Oh, I saw What's Love Got to Do with It. Oh, I saw how Stella got her groove back. Oh, I saw Thelma and Louise. Oh, I saw Brewster's Place. Oh, I saw Claudine. And then see what the men. Oh, I saw Set It Off. But when it comes to your actual life, you actually didn't put into review and rewind your actual actions when you're dating and in a relationship. So you stay single because, look, I've dated people. I've heard the stories myself. And the older you get, the more you get to the truth, and the truth sounds crazy. I don't want to talk to you because back in the day, I don't like my parents' relationship, so I don't want that. Here's the problem. That was your parents' relationship. That's not your current relationship. See, what we're doing is Generation X women have put their parents and grandparents' relationships in their present dating experience. I remember my auntie went through that, and I'm not gonna go through that. What are we talking about? Well, I think it's this, and this. Oh, okay. You're not gonna do me like my Uncle James did my auntie Cheryl. You're not gonna do me like they said my granddaddy did my grandmama. So you jumped off the porch and you stayed single because you went with a narrative that does not actually work in practical application, by the way. You know, this is the word of mouth, the narrow casting. The men are leaving us for white women because when all the ladies are together and we're in a group, you know, how about this? The guys who left y'all for white women, maybe, just maybe, since you got left for a white woman, she was a better woman than you. Not because she was white, just because she was a better woman than you. Because y'all don't want to talk about the brothers who leave y'all for black women, do you? It's only the white ones that count. You don't get left. It doesn't bother you that you get left for another black woman. It bothers you when you get left for another white woman. It's just, But you don't take into consideration the kind of woman you are, because the kind of woman you are is contingent upon the narrative of television, movies, and music. And by the way, this is a little bit longer than usual. By the way, won't you listen to the music since media is such a good thing? Won't you listen to the music in the 60s and the 70s and see how many songs you hear about black men also saying they were in love with people or they were cheating on people or they were getting cheated on by people. By the time I get to Phoenix. One of your favorite jams. I keep hearing footsteps, baby, in the dark. That's about getting cheated on. Forgot about that? Forgot about that, huh? Who's making love to your old lady? That's double cheating. You forget about all that stuff, don't you? But we're not even going to talk about that, huh? But anyway, like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch you on the next one. Peace.